to offer praise again, coming home to the light.
Very much to our ensemble and under the great direction of Jamie Sample. Jamie, thank you very much.
When we think about moving forward with our work with creating a caring community and climate, I think that this example is such a beautiful example of what Falls Church City Public Schools is capable of. So I'm really proud of the Family Resource Center and the work that we've been able to do this year. We added a new board member, and his wife has been really active in our meetings as well. This mother who kind of joined the meetings, she had gone to check in on a neighbor and found that her neighbor had fallen and was pretty injured. And she had also learned that during this time she had lost her job and she was really struggling to be able to pay rent for their family and put food on the table. So this mom reached out to Erica, who connected her with so many resources to help. It was lightning fast. Erica was able to connect with the social worker, and the social worker connected with the family immediately and helped get money for rent. So there wasn't a stress that the family was dealing with. Erica connected them with Richard Kane and his team to help get food into the home so that we could have the students and the family eating and being healthy and coming to school prepared and ready to learn. Because the mother had been injured, she couldn't get to the school to pick up the food, but school-based administrators came and took care of the situation. They got the food from Richard, they brought it to the family. And because of these experiences, this family who lives in a very marginalized community and regularly feels like the community might not really be there to support them, feels so connected to the school. It really brought together people from so many different areas of our work and our division to help a family in need that is unique to us. And if we can do this for one family, imagine the work we can do for our students, our staff, and our community.
Erica, siquiera. ¿Dónde está? Bueno. Erica's work in the Family Resource Center has been incredible, and I want to celebrate it a little bit this morning, just to take a second to say thank you to Erica and to Jennifer Santiago for her support of this as well, knowing that one of the things that we talked about a lot last year was starting the Family Resource Center, and now it's growing. It's gone from a small, one of the real beauties of moving second grade to Mount Daniel and moving some of the folks at Thomas Jefferson around, was it has now opened up a really beautiful space, as you saw in the video, for our families to be able to join us. So Erica, thank you again for your incredible work. So, Happy New Year, everybody, again. This is the point in time where I get to say a few words to all of you, and I want to thank you in advance, or actually I want to thank you for the past. Last year, at the end of my remarks, because we are such a caring and thoughtful community of people that are honest and open with each other and always give really high quality feedback, I received feedback that I spoke way too long last year. So I want you to know I'm going to try to cut it a little bit shorter this year and try to be a little bit more focused in my comments. But I can't do that without subjecting you to just a little bit of my family. As you know, this has sort of become a family tradition for me and for you, because you're part of my family too, is to get a chance to kind of see what we did. I'm perfecting the selfie, as you can tell. But we had a great summer, and I hope you did as well. And I've had a chance to talk with some of you about your incredible summers that you've had. But just very quickly, 2 years ago, I shared with you that I had taken a trip to Montana the summer before, and I showed you a picture of us on horses as a family, and it was really wonderful. Well, this year, we took a week. It was the first week we've taken in 3 years. I promise I'm going to do better. It was part of my evaluation this year. I share with you very vulnerably that I need to do better at taking time off. So I was excited to take a week this summer, and we went to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and had a really great time. I tried to unplug as best I could. Our kids went. They had a great time. Our 20-year-old, you'll appreciate this for those of you that have kids in college, our 20-year-old in February said, I'm in. I'm all in. I'll be there, and I'm bringing a friend. And we rented a house with an extra room for the 20-year-old for she and her friend, and guess what? She, about a week before the beach, said, not coming. So it was okay, because our other kids brought friends, and you'll see Brylan up here with his buddy Ryan, and Betsy brought a friend as well. And for the first time on a beach vacation with kids, I didn't once hear, will you go swimming with me? Will you make a sandcastle with me? Will you come play with me? But I have to tell you, about Wednesday, I was feeling sort of left out. And I went to Brylan and I said, hey, buddy, can we throw the football around? And he just went, yeah, I guess. So he got up out of his chair and walked with me, and we played football. But anyway, we had a really great time. This was, and Emily did make an appearance. This is her in the middle up on top. She made an appearance from the University of Virginia. She stayed down in Charlottesville over the summer and took a couple of classes, but when she came back, she tried on her brother's football helmet. And that's actually the only picture I have of her from the summer. She was so in and out, it was like not even noticeable that she was there. And then this last weekend, we left on Friday afternoon. So Betsy, who is right here, this is us at the Falls Church City Public Schools baseball game at the Nats night. Some of us went and had a great time. She spent 2 weeks at Grandma and Grandpa camp up in Rhode Island. So on Friday, we took the train up to Rhode Island, a nice 7.5-hour ride, which is way better than driving, by the way. And then on Saturday, did the coolest trip. If you ever get a chance to go to Narragansett or Newport, Rhode Island, they have an inner harbor tour of the lighthouses, and there are 10 of them that you can go to, and it's really a lot of fun. So anyway, you have now been subjected to Peter's summer. So thank you very much for indulging me. We had a great time. I want to just talk briefly about some of the celebrations, because we have a lot of accomplishments, and we've mentioned many of them already this morning. But I don't want us to get lost in the construction or the sounds or the dull roars of the crunching of rock or whatever it might be, to forget that last year we did some incredible work. And we started, and we mentioned it before, about the really great moves. We broke ground on the new high school. We actually have built the farm bot here at George Mason High School and identified where the farm bot's going to go at the new high school. And so we are continuing our work around the farm bot. We have successfully instituted, or at least gotten the GPS systems on a new tracking device that will allow our families and our kids to know when their buses are coming, and it's called Here Comes the Bus. And so it's really kind of cool, actually. My son, I have it on my phone, and in his school system, we have Here Comes the Bus. And it's nice because if he's sitting at the counter finishing his breakfast, I get this alert that says the bus will be here in a minute. So I could say to him, you got to get out there. It's kind of nice. So we're instituting that for our families. It will be free of charge, so anybody can log on and get it. So providing that opportunity for everyone is really important to us. We have some really great new hires that you've had a chance to meet today, and we're really excited to work with you and to bring you into our system and help make us excellent. We did some really great pop-up registrations, and I'm going to talk more about that in a few minutes. So keep that as a placeholder. Erica's work as the Family Resource Center lead has been outstanding. There were a number of you that had book clubs this summer that read some of the work that we put out in the spring to consider, and I was really excited to hear about the conversations that were going on. And last but not least, and it's been mentioned a couple of times, for the first time in 4 years, in all of the SOL tested areas, our students have achieved at 90% or better in every category. And in math and science, every single one of our subgroups and our students improved in performance. So we've got a lot to be proud of, and I'm proud of you for that. So I want to clap for you. All right, so I was influenced by a book that our school board chair shared with me not too long ago called Essentialism, and it's by Greg McEwen. And I want to just share a couple of things about that as we continue our conversation today. And essentialism, as you may recall, or not really recall, but as you think about it, is really the art and the discipline of the pursuit of less. And so 2 years ago, when I stood before you on the stage, and I talked about my own induction in the City of Falls Church, one of the things that I shared was that we are really great at a lot of things. And you might remember, I talked about this very diffuse focus of our work. And for the last 2 years, we've spent a lot of time talking about all of the different things that we do as a school system that support our work here and of our kids. And as we think about it, and the graphic that you see there is we are a ball of energy. The City of Falls Church Public Schools is a ball of energy. And how we diffuse that energy can result in a variety of different outcomes. And so the graphic that I share today is for consideration more than anything, to say that as a ball of energy, as we go diffuse in a lot of different directions, we can appear to be unfocused. We can appear to be not laser-like in our approach. And the truth of it is, and Carol Seaver, thank you for saying it, we've said it a couple of times as well, is there's been a lot of change, and there's been a lot happening in our system over the last 2 years. And so I'm encouraged and really excited about this idea of getting really clear about what it is that we do and how we move forward around what is essential. And so the idea then is, in this graphic, is to take all of that energy, and instead of having it being diffused, instead bring it together and focus it and really have a laser-like focus on the work that we're doing. So today, I want to share with you what is it that I'm hoping that we can really focus in on. And I don't think it's going to be anything that you haven't already heard today or heard yesterday, but I want to clarify as best I can this idea of really getting clear about three things. So an idea around this, and you heard Mr. Bates talk about it when he was introduced earlier too, was this idea of doing the right thing for the right reasons at the right time. And in the book Essentialism, the author really speaks to part of the way that we get super clear about what it is that we're going to focus on is thinking about what is the right work, what is the right time, and what is the right reason. And when you take those three circles, those three circles or three spheres that come together and overlap, that overlap and area is what the author calls the highest point of contribution. And I think our work as a school system is to try to figure out what is the right work, what is the right reason, and what is the right time, and then how do we look at all of that work in that overlap space so that we as a team can come together and be the highest level of contributors that our school system has ever seen. So this work has sort of influenced me over the summer as I think about our work going forward. So we've picked up on this theme. I hope you get it. 2020 vision, right? Seeing really clear. And so our hope is that you think about this year in terms of sharpening your vision for our work. And I want to spend just a few minutes this morning talking about how we can sharpen our vision. So, whoops. Can we go back? I don't know who's running the show here, whether it's me or you, but so this is our statement of belief that's up on our website. It's been vetted. We've talked about it. This is what we believe, that the Falls Church City Public Schools is a student-centered, innovative, and inclusive community of lifelong learners. We aspire to be the premier international baccalaureate school division. We strive to create a personalized environment that supports each child's unique needs and prepares every student to be a responsible, caring, and internationally minded citizen. So if this is what we believe, and I think it is what we believe, and I think we walk the walk every single day, and we wake up in the morning and we say this is what we're going to achieve, then this is how we must act. So now we must act. So here we go. So you may have seen this graphic. Maybe not. I'm